Chapter 29 The Perfect Storm. It was getting dark now, and the storm outside was intensifying. The four bullies stared in near-melting terror at the dusty, ancient comic innkeeper's trembling hands. Their mouths hung open in shock, but they were too afraid to move. Finally, Finstein began frantically scratching his sweat-soaked armpits. "Thus," he blurted, "we're dead, man. It's over. Game over, man." Buck began to cry. "My piece of burning, man," he sobbed. "I think I got the curse." Me too," Lucky squeaked as tears poured down his face. Kipper looked into the quivering eyes of his three terrified friends. His armpits were burning as well, but he was too frightened to admit it. Suddenly, a deafening blast of thunder shook the building. The light bulbs in the school flickered twice, and the bullies held each other and sobbed uncontrollably. Inside the west room, George and Howard could hear their arch-enemies shaking out in the hallway, and the two friends tried as hard as they could to keep from laughing. They both knew if they started, they'll never be able to stop. Howard picked up his walkie-talkie and pressed the transmit button. The bar walkie-talkie on top of the lockers clicked with a crackle of static. "I am the haunted pants of Wacky Mackey," whispered Howard over the tiny speaker. "Hey!" cried Kipper. Did you guys hear that?" "I am coming for you," Howard whispered. No, screamed Lucky, who was now running around in small circles, punching his head with his fist for some strange reason. Lightning exploded again, and the hallways rumbled with thunder. The four bullies had now become completely unhinged. Buck jumped to the floor and curled up into a shivering ball, crying out for his mother to come and save him. Leave us alone!" Kipper screamed, swinging his fist in the air. "We're sorry!" Mr. Crook was in the middle of a teachers' meeting all the way on the other end of the building when he heard the screaming. "It sounds like Kipper's freaking out again," he growled, slamming his fist on the table. "And I'm going to get to the bottom of it." He got up from the meeting and stumbled out of the room. Kipper and his friends heard the pounding sounds and stomping feet coming from the other side of the school building. Boom, 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 boom. The stomping got louder and louder, and closer and closer. "Let's hide in the bathroom!" screamed Lucky through his tears. Immediately, the four frightened friends scrambled for the bathroom door. Inside the bathroom, George and Howard were still getting ready for their final prank. Howard steadied the wooden sticks while George pulled the tall pair of pants up and over his head. The two kindergarteners didn't know they were about to be ambushed. "I can't see," said George. "Here," said Howard. "Let me." Suddenly, the west room door crashed open, and the terrified bullies tumbled inside. They looked at Howard holding on to the giant pair of pants in front of them. Lightning pair of pants in front of them. Lightning pierced the darkened clouds, and everyone froze. The stomping footsteps came closer and closer. Oh, what are you doing with those pants, kid? Cried Kipper. Howard couldn't think of a thing to say. It wasn't supposed to happen like this. They weren't ready. For a split second, Howard saw his entire life flash before his eyes. He and George were going to get caught. Their lives were about to end. The footsteps in the hallway got even louder. Boom, 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 boom. George knew they were in trouble. He couldn't see, but he grasped the sticks anyway and took a blind, wobbly step forward. The bullies beheld what happened to be a pair of pants walking by themselves. They gasped at each other and shrieked in ear-splitting horror. "Get away from those pants, kid!" cried Bob. "Get away from those pants!" Then, as if an angel had whispered it into his ear, Howard thought of the perfect thing to say. "What pants?" he asked. Boom! Suddenly, time seemed to stand still. Boom! The four bullies stepped back in horror. Boom! Their eyes grew impossibly wide. Boom! They opened their mouths to scream. Boom! But not a sound came out. Boom! George took another step toward the bullies. Boom! As they clawed at the wall behind them. Boom! Then the lightning flashed again. And everything went dark. The terrible storm had knocked out a power line nearby, and the school was now completely black. Kipper and his crew scrambled over each other, desperately trying to make their way through the west window. Mr. Croc was to be their next obstacle. He had finally reached the lockers when the lights went out. His elephantine footsteps had stopped the coat, and he stood in the darkness, breathing heavily and sweating abundantly. When the four scurrying revelers finally tumbled out of the restroom and bolted down the dark hallway, they smashed right into him. Nobody would be able to blame the bullies for what they did next. In their profoundly petrified perceptions, they must have believed that Mr. Croc was some kind of giant, wet, fleshy monster, and they treated him as such. Screeching and whirling in the darkness, they kicked and clobbered the warm, wet, bulbous creature with all the strength they had. The four discharged delinquents then tumbled down the stairs and shoved their way through the back door of the school.